Okay, there's so much to discuss. I've been kind of putting this off, even though it's been requested for me to make this for a while, just because there's so much to discuss. So I'm going to be pretty scrambled throughout this because I'm just going to do this all in one take. But yeah, let's just get into this. So Steve's a character that, in my opinion, is one of the best characters in the game when it comes to wall pressure. Steve, when his back is to a wall, can always just reverse position and full launch you for a combo. Even if you are sideways with the wall, Steve can still float you. Um, so it's pretty beneficial for Steve to be near a wall. Obviously, even if the back is to a wall, you can threaten with those same throws, which is really nice. Steve has great Okuzemi at wall, which we will get into. Steve has great wall splats that are safe on block. Ah, shit. Right? That's a safe on block wall splat. And my playstyle is almost always going to be, if I get, like on maps with a wall, how quick can I get into a wall? How much can I enforce wall pressure there? It's so beneficial for Steve. I fucking love it, right? And what are the things I like to do when they're at wall? Well, to start off, I want a lot of people. My main thing that I'm going to be looking for is a wall splat. So, right, I'm going to be looking for this. I'm going to be looking for... Oh, shit. Yeah, let me do that, right? I'm going to be looking for that. I'm going to be looking for this. I'm going to be looking for... Oh, shit. That. Right, so immediately, I'm looking for ways that I can resplat fucking Herbat. Great box expansion makes this always kind of a pain in the ass to go for. So, which is why I recommend going for weaves, right? So this, you can always sidestep, but as we're looking at, right, her box expansion is kind of fucking me over. But, right, so that's going to be the first thing, right? I'm going to be looking for weave wall splats. I want to talk about kind of how we set them up. Steve is -3 the character. That's what I like to call him. We got -1 without flicker cancel, -3. We got just -1, -3, -7, but if you duck cancel it, it's -3, -3, this is like -6, but still. And because of that, Steve always has pressure on you. -3 seems like a lot of people are going to tell you, hey, it's your turn, press. And that's what Steve wants, right? Let's say that we do -3, you threaten a wall splat, bang. Then, you know, big damage for us, right? So to start off with our basic wall pressure, right? We're going to be doing 1, 2, 3 into left weave. Flicker, hold back for flicker. Into wall ender. My personal favorite, we are going to duck in their face. Right weave, sorry. Duck in their face, wall rising 1, right weave. And we're in a wall splat. You know, just keep it simple with your wall combo, right? So 1, 2, 3, left weave into wall splat. We have wall rising 1 and the wall splat. Another one is what, left weave 1, right? Left weave 1 and the right weave 2, and then vice versa, right weave 1 into left weave 1, 1. Right? So that's about 4 wall splat setups. But specifically, the one that I really want you to get into is wall rising 1 and the right weave. Fire this out. The reason why is because another thing we're going to be doing at wall is we're going to be threatening 2-1, right? Now let's say they get in their face and they're like they're not going to press their backs to the wall. Well then, 2-1 is a +3 on block move, meaning that if they press into us, flicker, bang bang. Please hit me. I have it set to punish. There it is, right? Bang. We can threaten a wall spot there. We can always just finish the string to threaten the wall spot as well. However, I don't recommend finishing the string because I'm going to show it's -11, meaning that it is punchable on block. So, which is why I like flicker, bang bang. However, people are eventually just going to start respecting your 2-1 and the flicker, which is why, let me turn off punish for a split sec, it's really important that we can do 2-1, hold back the flicker, and the wall rising 1. This might it turns a lot of people's brains on, right? Where let me set them to block 3 hits. Oh shit. Bang. They respect the 2-1, they respected the wall rising. I mean, yeah, they respected the plus frames on 2-1, but they didn't respect the fact that you can still move after your wall rising 1 and wall splat. This is a huge one for me in particular. I love wall rising 1. They always press. They always press. It's crazy. Even if you don't feel comfortable doing right weave, because this is unsafe, you can always threaten right weave 1 in the flicker, not flicker, in the peekaboo for pressure. The main thing is this into right weave. Now what happens if they start to call it out, right? We're showing that it beats out jab. We're showing that it beats out, I'm also going to show that it beats out, oh shit, I have it set to 3. Let me set it to 1 really quick. It also, so we're showing that it beats out jab. Beats out jab again. Stop going for the fucking jab. Right? Beats out DF1. And it also beats out an instant launch. Right? But we're showing that it beats instant timing. Right? What happens for scenarios like this? Oh shit. Bam. If they dash up and micro realign, right? Bam, we get launched. So what do we do in situations like this? We just press. Bang, bang. Safe wall splat launch, right? But this is more high-level play. A lot of people on lower-level play, they're just going to instantly press whenever they feel uncomfortable. Even in God of Destruction ranks, a lot of people don't micro-dash realign for a launch. They're just going to, like, instantly press, right? So, in situations like this, right, where they dash up and realigned at wall, because eventually they are just going to call you out, right? It is important to know your options and fire it out. Oh my gosh, I am doing great today. I'm going to hit it before I move on. There it is. So bam, right? That is the basics of what I like to call my preferred wall pressure, which is I want you to press into me, and then I want to wall splat you. So that is your first bit of wall pressure, right? Just baiting them to press into you. 1-2-1 is a good way to set it up. I'm going to go back to having them just jab. Right? So 1-2-1 and the left weave. Right weave 1 and the left weave. Left weave 1 and the right weave. Keep going. We're going to keep it going. So, what? We did that and wall rising 1 and the right weave. Experiment in practice mode. See what works for you. But those are the ones that I personally use. But I mean that just experiment and see what works for you. So that's the first one. Let's go on to the next one. And this one is a personal favorite of mine. The wall shove mix, right? When we reproduce, right? So if you can't react, let me turn this one off. If you can't react to throws, or if they don't know to 1+2 break the throw, this one becomes pretty deadly. Now obviously it is 1+2 breakable. However, a lot of people either can't react quick enough to the throw because it has a tighter throw break window than your typical 1+2 throws. It has, I think, 8 frames for you to react and throw break rather than normal 12 with normal throws. So, that's really beneficial. A lot of people kind of like make it a 50-50 where it's like, I'm going to duck throw, and then bam, you can billy club them. So it's pretty beneficial, right? It's pretty nice. I mean, you get a Billy Club, you can follow up Sonic Ben. This is one that I like a lot. However, what you're gonna realize, and especially for Lily players, this is like a big one. Lily players, because their sidestep is so godlike, they kind of know to sidestep left afterwards. And right, Lilies will sidestep and the Matterhorn you, and really fuck you up for this, right? Which is why it is important, right? Because we just showed that it beats out Billy Club, and we showed that it beats out the Resplat Throw also. Oh shit. Oh yeah, because Lily's a Steve's sidestep isn't good enough for this, sadly. But if you're playing like, you just gotta trust me on this. If you're fighting a Lily, if you're fighting an Alyssa, they're gonna sidestep you. And it becomes a big threat, right? So what can you do here? For players that are sidestepping, right? In order, like for characters like Lily and Alyssa, Xiaoyu, that can sidestep it. Oh shit. You can dash up. There we go. Wow, that was beneficial. I was actually able to sidestep it. Right, but bang. That's what's gonna happen, right? If you just duck in their face and duck cancel, then bam, right? That should catch the realignment. Bang, right? It's got pretty good tracking, and it's got like full tracking to the right, if I'm not mistaken. There we go. So it is pretty beneficial, and even if they block this, well then what happens, right? If they're just holding back, right? Maybe they think Billy Club's coming, or they're gonna like, I'm ready to like break the throw this time. Well, if you do this, then it just goes right back to this. Ah shit. Bang. Threaten the wall splat. Bang. So the wall splat, right? Like this kind of one right here. And then bam. Right? So right, you'll be shoving them up against wall, 1-1-2, and then eventually, right, you shove them up against wall, 1-1-2, do the wall rising 1, bang, and it's your turn, right? Bang, you threaten the wall slap, bam, fire it out, launch them. So that's your next one, right? So we just discussed the weave wall splats, we discussed the wall shove, and how to get around people that sidestep your wall shove. Now let's get into the next big one, Firefox Fury. Firefox Fury is Steve's Season 2 new move. And a lot of people say that this move is a nightmare at wall. Now I just want to discuss this right now because it's not really as big of a deal as you see, as people make it seem, because I'm actually just going to set them to do this. I should have just done this from the get-go and had it prepped. A lot of Steve's options with Firefox Fury at wall can just be solved by dick jabbing, right? However, right, bang, right, outspeeds, high crushes, right? However, because a lot of people are stupid and they want to contest you, this becomes a great tool versus mashers. Because bam, we can threaten wall splat and fuck them up for it, right? However, for the people that do like the dig jab, the option selected Firefox Fury, this is another weave setup. They weren't supposed to do jab. We already showed that we beat jab with doing Firefox Fury in the flicker 1 down 1. But if they are dig jabbing you, just like how with our wall splat setups, this is another one, right? Bang. So that's another one. Firefox Fury, great way to set up a wall splat for big damage. And then we got one last one, which is, we're going to talk about Steve Okazemi. Now I mentioned with the combo enders video how out in the open, right, if we go for if they're going to be like mashing 3 or the tech roll, bang, we can hit them on the ground, right? even go for a resplat. Now we can, instead of going for an unsafe launcher of against wall, anytime that we get a wall splat combo, we can always just threaten resplat. And the way that we do it, right, is, let me, right, I'm sorry, they're just matching 3 because I want them to tech roll. Is we can always just threaten. I did it slightly too early, but we can always threaten a slight delay, QCF1. So that's one thing we can do. Our Okizeme becomes a lot more powerful at wall, because yes, we still have the ability to do this, but this is safe on block. Which is really nice to us. Alongside that, right, they don't have anywhere to go, so you can dash up, realign, go for a foot stomp, and bam, you're in Lion's Heart, their back is to a wall, you can always just threaten your Lion's Heart 1 for a wall splat, or lean back from Lion's Heart, and you're into this Okizeme. And remember, you can always go into your other, not Okizeme, but you can go into your other form of wall pressure, bang, and then you can try an off angle when they try and press into you, right? Bang, 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 bang. Ah shit, I fucked up the combo. Okay, controller dead again. Controller dead again. So that's another beneficial thing for Steve at wall. So I just want to like rehash everything right here at the end. I'm sorry this is a very messy video, but it is pretty fucking nice, right? So to start it off, Steve, I'm going to be looking for weaves to get a wall splat. How do we set up those weaves? We set them up by trying to have them press into us, by making them believe that they're safe, right? So, in situations like this, bang, wall rising 1, I mean it, this is my favorite one. Duck cancel and the wall rising 1, because we can do it out of 2-1, and then fire out a right weave. This also works. This also works. And this one also works. Those are my preferred ones. We can also do 2-1, keep ourselves plus on block. And threaten a wall splat here. We can also finish the string. That's 2 ways to set up wall splats, right? 2-1 and weave setups. The other pressure that we have at wall is 1-1-2. Is we can shove them up against wall. 1-1-2. Loop it. If we want to call out a duck, bang, fire that out. If we think that they're going to sidestep, right, after a wall sub, we can do a duck in forward, duck cancel it, the wall rising 1, and if their back's still against the wall, bam, threaten a wall splat. Ah shit, I fucked up the combo. So that's another one. 5 Fox Fury is a great pressure tool. You can always threaten a wall splat with that. If they choose to dick jab in order to option select you, we can always wall splat. What are the other ones? Shoot, I'm already like draining out on my thoughts. Oh yeah, and then always at the end of the day, just be mindful that our Okizeme becomes way more powerful at wall. Because we can threaten a safe wall splat and kind of get continuous pressure going. So that's about it. There's other things that I can talk about at wall, but I don't want to like. I mean, this is more than like you'll ever need. Like the only other one, right, is while running 1 Oki, we can float. Right, so if you get this, that ender, you can do while running 1 into a down 1+2 float. In the shore you can for a wall splat. But yeah, that's about it. Yeah, I really hope this helps. I'm sorry this is a very kind of like scatterbrained video. I do want to eventually make the Steve guide, like just the full-on Steve guide, and I'll refine the wall pressure portion. But this is it for now. I hope you have a good one. I hope this helps out for the individual that requested this, and then I'm also going to send this out to a couple other friends. And yeah, Y'all also have a good one. Okay, peace. Oh my, really quick before I go. Right? Anytime that you get a... I do want to discuss this. Also, before I leave. Anytime that you get a wall under here, right? Right? So let's say, I don't know, this. Right? We can manually enter Flicker. Albatross 2, run up. Bang, 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 bang. Bang, bang. Bang, bang. Oh shit, and it resets. And it resets. Oh, it's great. It's great. It's the funnest combo ever. Okay, y'all have a good one. Peace.